Best stocks to buy now. Good day, all stock market traders and investors. This is Total Investor, and on this YouTube channel, we look for trading opportunities primarily in stocks and commodities. And that means I go looking for chart patterns that I think are either bullish or bearish and provide you with those opportunities. So I look at charts, stocks, using technical analysis. Okay, now obviously keep in mind that everything I say should be used or thought of as for educational purposes only and not as financial advice. Okay, please, if you want to get daily updates as to when these videos are posted, please subscribe. Okay, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button and YouTube will notify you when a video is posted. Please watch this video all the way through from beginning to end, and I will show you. Basically, I've got about 10 different charts to review today. Okay, the first one I'm going to go through is actually one back here, is the bonds. Okay, now this is the ETF of the bonds, 20-year Treasury Bond iShares ETF. TLT is the stock symbol. This, by the way, is a 3-year chart, okay, going back to the end of 2020, okay. This has fallen back from 160 all the way down, pretty much a 50% haircut, okay. Now, what I do want to draw your attention to is what's here, this particular low and this low, okay, where it has been just very recently. Obviously, the second low is lower than the first. But if we look all the way up here where the RSI is, this low and this low, the second low is higher. And if you've been watching this particular channel, you know that that is a bullish divergence, okay? And that is usually a very good indicator that the current trend, in this case downwards, is about to end, okay? Now it could be just sideways, it could be moving back up. For now, it is that is exactly what has happened. It looks like it has bottomed out and is at least moving sideways for now, possibly higher. Okay, now that means that short-term interest rates could be at the very least for now topped out. Okay, so that's why you probably see, you've noticed that the market stocks have been moving up. Now it could be just a bear market rally, or it could be the start of something bigger or longer lasting. We'll have to wait and see. But for those who are interested in playing the bonds rather than buying bonds, you've got the ETF that trades on the stock exchange. Here's a great time to get in as a buying situation. Again, keep in mind this is short term for now, okay? So you just take it one day at a time. When the market seems to change or tops out, and look at your indicators, that might be time to sell this bond or this particular stock, and also the other stocks as well. Okay, so this is what basically is driving the other markets. It's the bonds. Okay, now let's look at the Dow. This is the Ultra Pro Dow 30. Now keep in mind this is an ETF, but it's a 3X. Okay, so it's a lot more volatile than the Dow Jones stock index. But the reason why I chose this one is that the Dow, compared to the S&P and the NASDAQ, has fallen more. Okay, so I'm thinking that there's probably going to be a bigger rebound with the Dow, and one way to play that is with a 3X of the Dow. Okay. We'll see if I'm correct on that. What we have, again, this is a 6-month chart, okay, topped out at 66, been all the way down to 48 and change. Now, again, we have a low here, early October in this particular stock, and a second low here just fairly recently. Obviously, the second low is lower, but way up here, we got the RSI. The second low is higher than the first low. Bullish divergence. So that's an indication that the current trend downwards could be ending. And not only did it move sideways, but actually went up and it broke this downtrend line. So that is very bullish. Okay, we are above the 10-day moving average, breaking the downtrend. And even the RSI is above the 50. So everything looks good. Now we do have a line, or I drew this line. It's the $56 level. It was originally resistance. It became support here, here. Then it broke support. And what happens then? Well, it becomes resistance. Resistance. And what do we have? Yep, it looks like it's going to be resistance. So if there is going to be a short-term, just a bear market rally that doesn't materialize beyond that, then we could be seeing some major resistance here for this particular stock. And, we'll probably get major resistance for the other indexes as well. Okay, and keep in mind, so it's this particular level on this particular stock. Plus, we also have the 50-day moving average as resistance as well. So it is possible that it could be a just a very brief bear market rally that just can't move any further. Well, time will tell which if that is exactly what it is. Okay, so with that, we'll move on to the next one. And here is a stock, C3AI, known as the stock symbol is AI. Okay, this one was did very well for just a very brief length of time. Topped out around 48 and change, and then just been drifting lower. We seem to have found a bottom for like the past month and a half, give or take. Roughly a $4 trading range here. Okay, but we've got some strong support here at around 23.30, where it actually hit it several times. Plus today we've got a really good day today. Nice big green candle. It's above the 10-day and the 50-day moving average. So that's a big plus, bouncing off the support. And up here we've got the RSI trending upwards and finally breaking above the 50. We're at 56 now. Okay, so everything is looking good for AI. Okay, if this is not a just a very brief bear market rally, and it does turn into a new bull market, then this thing could fly back up to the old highs. Okay, that would be, if again, that would be a very nice percentage return. Okay, wait and see, but this is looking very good as of right now. Next is Chewy, CHWY. If I'm not mistaken, I did bring this to you before. After it broke the downtrend line, did drift slightly lower. Beyond that, it looks like it bottomed out a couple of weeks ago. We are starting to move back up again. It broke the recent highs, okay, 2 days ago, and now we got a green candle. So we are above the 10-day. We're touching the 50-day moving average, so it's looking very constructive here. The RSI is moving upward on an upward trend and broke above 50, and we're now at 60. So this is looking very good as well. Okay, hopefully the market will cooperate. Next, we've got HP, stock symbols HPQ, 6-month chart here. I drew a 27 a line across at $27. Support breaks through, resistance, bounces off, and we are at resistance again. Okay, we're now in an uptrend, but can it break through this resistance? Well, we are above the uptrend here in the stock. We are above the 10-day moving average, but below the 50. So, and the RSI is in an uptrend and broke the 50 today. We're at 52. Okay, so looking very promising. However, not quite a buy just yet. I like to see confirmation above this, above the it's $27 dollar range, and then it would be a buy. Okay, so HPQ is a stock symbol. Next, Kopin Corp, KOPN. This stock topped out at around 250. Been a disastrous move since then. But in the past, let's say 2 months here, it's been forming a wedge. This, when it converges and moves downwards, it's actually a bullish wedge. Okay, and we've got as the stocks, if you look at the stocks pattern moving down here, the lower, it's going lower and lower. However, the RSI is sloping upwards. Okay, again, bullish divergence. It means that there's a strong tendency for the trend to end, and it looks like after it finally broke this downtrend line, that it did exactly that. It broke the it's no longer in a downtrend, moving upwards now. Last 2-3 days have been constructive. We are above the 10-day and the 50-day moving average. The RSI moving higher, and it broke above 50. We're now at 59. So this is looking very good, and it is in a buy right now. Okay. Again, with all these stocks, they can look good, but if it's just a short-term bear market rally, that is going to be not what we want as stock buyers. Okay, we want a new long-term bull market. We'll see if we get it. Next, Marathon Digital Holdings, MARA, M-A-R-A is the stock symbol. Topped out at $20, pulled back all the way down to 7 and change. Big percentage hit. I drew a downtrend line from here. It's been hitting several times. Finally, it broke through, and I believe I brought this to your attention earlier after the break, which was this particular day, this green candle. I could be wrong. I have to check the old videos. It did pop, pulled back a little bit. Now we're moving back up. The stock is above the 10-day and the 50-day moving average. The trend in the RSI is upwards, as indicated by the trend line. We are above 50. We're at 58 on the RSI. So this too is looking bullish, as is MARA. Next, Riot Platforms, R-I-O-T. Somewhat of a similar pattern as the previous one. Topped out at 20 and change, pulled back to 9, a big 50% haircut from there, and just a pretty, relatively short period of time. That's got to hurt. But now, just before I go any further, there's a low here that the stock made, and further lows here. So lower lows in the stock, however, higher lows in the RSI. So again, bullish divergence indicating that the trend would end, and downtrend did end. It moved sideways for a couple of weeks, and now we're at the top of the trading range. It looks like it's making a very nice rounded bottom here, okay, which is very constructive. That's a sign that we want to see. The stock is above both the 10-day and the 50-day moving average, which are about to cross, and the RSI moving upwards, broke the 50. We're now at 60. So everything looks good for Riot, R-I-O-T. Finally, SoundHound AI. This topped out at just above $5, and in no time at all, it lost, like 2/3 of its value. We've got strong support down here. I believe that's the 150 level. We finally, I drew a downtrend line from the highs here down through here. So we are pretty much touching the downtrend line there and just above support. So it's going to have to break one of these lines eventually. It could be tomorrow, could be next week. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully it will be to the upside. Here's an indication as to which way it will probably go, because the RSI broke its downtrend line, not quite at 50. We're at 45 so far, but I think that we could be seeing higher RSI and a pop in this particular stock. If it does materialize, and again, if the general market continues to move higher, then this could be a winner as well. Okay, but at the moment, this is just a put on your watch list. SoundHound, S-O-U-N. Okay, and I believe this is the last one. Telephone and Data Systems, TDS, is a stock symbol. Nice pop here back in early August. Went from 8, then topped out at 22. Nice move, but it's been moving sideways for a couple of months here. Okay, the top here, and I just drew a downtrend line, and guess what? We're actually touched it today. Not the best candle that you want to see. It's more like an indecision candle. Closes right at the open level, and then just doesn't do anything else. But we are above the 10-day and the 50-day moving average, so at least that's a plus. We are above 50 on the RSI and touching the downtrend line on that. So touching the downtrend on the RSI and the stock. Hopefully we can get a nice solid up move tomorrow or maybe early next week, and we'll be in a new bullish move. Okay, wait and see on this one. So this one goes on your watch list, TDS. Okay, and yep, that was the last one. Okay, so again, keep in mind that we are very early on in what appears to be a new bull move, but that is not necessarily the case. It could be just a bear market rally in the very short term, whether it's just a couple of days of good trading, or maybe it'll last a week, 2 weeks. We don't know. Okay, but that will determine how many of these stocks really move substantially higher. Okay, so please keep that in mind. Okay, again, please, if you have not done so, subscribe to this channel. Get good solid chart patterns that I'm trying to provide, and find them for you, and hopefully you can learn something. A big thumbs up if you agree, and I'd love to hear what you've got to say. Rate those comments. I'd love to hear what anything constructive that you have to say. And with that, I will see you in the next video. Thank you.